like rocket fuel.
My side, yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no, we gon' hide. I can never switch, none of day in my life. As long as my dogs stay by my side, yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 second in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm a highly don't wanna play me. No conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him,
the ball popped in the air and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So first and 10 now from the 30.
Topper! Ready to go.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
22 Jet Bomber, 22 Jet Bomber. Check 3. Go. Ready.
Throwing Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. His defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
54's Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, Baltimore.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Check 24. Check 24. Check 3.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. 61. Max box. Mike. Set up.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. 54.
Now it's Jackson. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Steelers 3. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Now Jones. That's going to be complete to his tight end Everett. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Back to throw. Jones. Forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run it with Jones. A nice little juke. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler 1st down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Jones hit and the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Set. 18 Gator. 552, 552. Check back.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. His first catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Down. 50, plant. Here we go. Go, go.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Ready up. 40's Mike. 5. I got him. Hey, 40's Mike. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike. Check. 40's Mike. 40's Mike. Hey. Hey, Haywood. Get away.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
Hey, high 7. Now go. Get it.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. He'll tuck it and run. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Check safety, check safety.
This time, Jackson will throw it. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
1st down, Ravens.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
He's going deep for Brown. It's caught at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
The 11-yard line.
Ready. On the bench. Right 54. Yo.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half as the Ravens push further out in front. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Flush to his right. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a first down carry by Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Jones now operating from the gun. Drops it to Jones in the flat. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jones. Off play action. Got his man. That's Harry. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for them, too.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Jones off the play fake. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. It gets them a little over half of what they need, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Washington's got it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Jones. And he'll go down at the 28.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion.
Where's 52? Watch 52.
Off the play fake. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Hey, Alpha.
2nd and 13. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clelin Ferrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Jones, off play action, flushed out, and the pressure gets to him again. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
So they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Set, ready. Set, go on. 54. Right, 54. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Switch, switch, switch. Back, back, back. Switch, switch.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's got his man. It's Andrews. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Here we go. The fiery. Mark. The fire. Oh, damn.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a 1st down.
1st down, Baltimore.
Let's go now. 54. 60 out long. 54 Mike.
On 1st down, Reese. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. He may try and run for this. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. So you got the lead here in the 2nd half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the Steelers' 11-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 2nd down and 4, Jones. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now a pass hauled in downfield, and he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Matt Judon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, wahoo! Tackles. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clelin Ferrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 96 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation.
They've got his man complete. He got 29 yards that time.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. That time trying to find Gerald Everett, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Down. 90 Wolf. I got you, son.
Jones to throw again. He'll get this one to Switzer.
Come on,
The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Mike 52.
From the gun, Jones. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Hey, Charlie. Go. Check that one, Mike 52 right here. 52. Hey, come on now, come on now.
On fourth down, Jones. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down, eluding the pressure right. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Jones, throwing again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Able to find Switzer. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Jones now throwing on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, we always talk about position. Being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They begin the drive with Hill, and he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Again, it's Hill. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The Ravens on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, and now it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Ready.
52 to Mike. Check.
Hey, echo.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 12. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Set, ready.
54.
10, go on.
54 Mike.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Even. 4 down. Even.
The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Baltimore, they move back over 500 now at 4-3, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign, and they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL.